Here's something almost no appointment has time to explain. Every night while you sleep, your kidneys are doing some of their most important work. They're filtering your blood, regulating your blood pressure, and clearing metabolic waste that built up during the day. And what you eat in the hour or two before bed has a direct influence on how well that overnight process goes. Most kidney conversations focus entirely on what to remove. Less sodium, less potassium, less phosphorus, all of that matters. But there's an equally important and rarely discussed piece: what you can actively add to support your kidneys while they work overnight. Tonight, I'm walking you through 8 fruits, all verified as kidney-friendly by the National Kidney Foundation, that deliver real antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and kidney-supportive benefits specifically suited to nighttime consumption. Stay with me through fruit number 8 because it comes with a catch almost no other video mentions, and it's information you genuinely need before you eat it. I'm Dr. William. I've spent more than 15 years in internal medicine, and I want to take 2 minutes to explain something that will make everything else make sense. Your kidneys are 2 fist-sized organs sitting below your rib cage on either side of your spine. Together, they filter roughly 200 liters of blood every single day, about 50 gallons, removing waste, excess fluid, toxins, and metabolic byproducts, and returning clean, balanced blood to your circulation. According to the National Kidney Foundation, potassium is an essential nutrient that helps the body function properly, helping nerves, muscles, and the heart work correctly. However, people with kidney disease can experience dangerous levels of potassium called hyperkalemia if they consume too much, because damaged kidneys may not be able to remove the excess. This is the fundamental tension in kidney-healthy eating. Your kidneys need antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds from food to reduce the chronic inflammation that drives disease progression. But many of the richest sources of those compounds, like bananas, oranges, kiwi, and avocado, are also high-potassium foods that challenge a weakened kidney's ability to filter. The 8 fruits I'm covering today represent the solution to that tension. They deliver real kidney-supportive nutrition without the potassium burden. Let's get into the list. The first fruit is the most uniquely suited to nighttime consumption of anything on this list, and the research behind it comes from some of the most credible sources in us kidney medicine. According to the National Kidney Foundation, Tart cherries contain phytomelatonin, a plant-based antioxidant that may contribute to a healthy circadian sleep cycle. Sour tart cherries are specifically classified as a low-potassium food with less than 200 milligrams per 3.5 ounces, contain only trace amounts of sodium, and are low in phosphorus. They can be included in the diet for all stages of kidney disease. Here's why this matters so specifically at night. Your kidneys regulate blood pressure partly through a rhythm tied to your sleep cycle. Blood pressure is supposed to drop during sleep, a pattern called nocturnal dipping. When sleep is disrupted, that drop doesn't happen properly, and the kidneys absorb hours of sustained higher pressure. That slowly causes damage over time. Research confirms that the melatonin, serotonin, tryptophan, and phytochemicals in tart cherries improve sleep quality by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. A pilot study looking at older adults with insomnia found that tart cherry juice produced significant reductions in insomnia severity compared to a placebo with effect sizes comparable to or exceeding standard natural sleep interventions. Better sleep means better nocturnal blood pressure control, which means less overnight pressure stress on your kidneys' filtering vessels. What to do? Have a half to 1 cup of tart cherries, or for 2 8 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Choose sour or Montmorency varieties specifically. Sweet cherries are classified as high potassium and are a completely different consideration. The second fruit is one of the most well-researched superfoods in all of modern nutrition, and it happens to be ideal for kidneys. Blueberries. According to the National Kidney Foundation, blueberries are a great source of fiber, vitamin C, vitamin K, and antioxidants. A half-cup serving has less than 150 milligrams of potassium, making them a safe, low-potassium choice across all stages of kidney disease and all dialysis types. The specific compounds that make blueberries so valuable are anthocyanins, the same anti-inflammatory polyphenols found in tart cherries. Research has shown that consuming 3 servings of blueberries or strawberries per week is associated with meaningful reductions in cardiovascular disease risk. This is highly relevant because cardiovascular disease and kidney disease share the same inflammatory pathway and frequently progress together. For adults over 60, protecting kidney health and heart health simultaneously without adding a potassium burden is exactly the kind of efficiency we want. Our third fruit sits right alongside it. Strawberries. Strawberries are one of the sweetest options on this list, yet they contain only 130 milligrams of potassium per half cup. That is one of the lowest figures of any fruit, making them incredibly safe even for strict potassium limits. A clinical study found that strawberry supplementation significantly increases plasma antioxidant capacity and glutathione levels, markers of reduced oxidative stress, which is a primary driver of kidney disease progression. At night, strawberries also deliver natural melatonin precursors and tryptophan to contribute to a relaxed, sleep-supportive effect. What to do? A half cup of fresh or frozen blueberries or strawberries makes a perfect bedtime portion. Keep them whole and rinse just before eating. The fourth fruit on our list is the most universally available, yet highly underestimated: apples. According to the National Kidney Foundation, apples are rich in antioxidants and fiber, and are low in potassium, phosphorus, and sodium. Eating the peel gives you 2 to 6 times the antioxidant power of eating the flesh alone. For adults over 60 managing both kidney disease and blood sugar, an extremely common combination, the blood sugar stabilizing effect of a whole apple at bedtime has genuine practical value. The fiber slows glucose absorption, reducing overnight blood sugar fluctuations. There is also a kidney stone connection. Apples contain malic acid, which contributes to an alkaline urine environment that helps prevent the formation of calcium oxalate stones. Our fifth fruit is one that surprises many people: grapes. The National Kidney Foundation specifically classifies red and purple grapes as a low-potassium choice. They are rich in resveratrol, a powerful polyphenol all concentrated in the skin, alongside flavonoids that give grapes their deep coloring and help reduce the risk of blood clots. Grapes offer a highly specific benefit for patients on fluid restrictions. Finding a satisfying cool snack without adding liquid volume can be tough. Frozen grapes solve this elegantly. They take longer to eat, feel intensely hydrating, and deliver real antioxidant benefit without adding to your fluid quota. What to do? Eat one medium apple with the peel on slowly as part of your evening routine. For grapes, enjoy a small handful, roughly a half cup of red or purple varieties. If you are on a fluid restriction, freeze them first. Fruit number 6 is the highest fiber option on this entire list for its size: raspberries. A half cup of raspberries contains roughly 4 grams of fiber, double what you'd get from most other fruits. This fiber protects your kidneys through 2 distinct pathways. First, it feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, reducing the systemic inflammation that drives kidney disease. Second, fiber slows down the absorption of nutrients consumed alongside it, including phosphorus from your evening meal. Since phosphorus management is a core challenge in kidney care, eating a fiber-rich fruit near dinner time creates a mild but meaningful protective buffer. The seventh fruit surprises people because it's tropical and acidic: pineapple. Clinical nutritional guidance safely recommends pineapple as a low-potassium tropical option. What makes it unique for kidney health is bromelain, a natural enzyme found in fresh pineapple with heavily documented anti-inflammatory properties. Because kidney disease progression is driven by chronic inflammation, a natural anti-inflammatory that fits a low-potassium profile is a massive win. Pineapple also contains tryptophan, helping your body naturally wind down for sleep. What to do? A half cup of fresh or frozen raspberries makes an excellent bedtime snack. For pineapple, enjoy a half cup of fresh chunks or spears. Opt for fresh pineapple over canned, as the heat processing in canned varieties destroys most of the beneficial bromelain enzyme. Now for fruit number 8, the one I told you to stay for, because the catch is very real: cranberries. Cranberries have been associated with kidney and urinary tract health for decades, and there is genuine research behind that connection. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health confirms that cranberry products may decrease the overall risk of recurrent UTIs in women, as the proanthocyanidins packs in cranberries prevent bacteria from sticking to the bladder wall. However, there are 2 major things people get wrong. First, cranberry products do not treat existing UTIs. If you have an active bladder or kidney infection, cranberries will not cure it. You need to see a doctor. Second, here is the dietary catch: raw cranberries are extremely tart, so they are rarely eaten plain. Because of this, the cranberry products people actually buy, like cranberry juice cocktails, sweetened dried cranberries, and flavored supplements, are packed with massive amounts of added sugar. The National Kidney Foundation explicitly warns that sugar-sweetened beverages are linked to an increased risk of kidney disease. A juice marketed as good for your kidneys might actually contain enough sugar to work against them. Furthermore, if you take the blood thinner warfarin, cranberry can interact with your medication, so you must speak with your pharmacist first. What to do. If you use cranberries, strictly choose unsweetened 100% cranberry juice, unsweetened dried cranberries in small portions, or raw or frozen whole cranberries. Avoid the sugar traps. Now that you know all 8 fruits, let me give you a simple combination recipe you can make tonight. Think of this as the ultimate whole food. Bedtime kidney tonic in a small bowl. Combine half a cup of Tart cherries sour or Montmorency variety, a small handful of blueberries, 3 to 4 sliced fresh strawberries. This single bowl delivers phytomelatonine for sleep and overnight blood pressure support, anthocyanins for anti-inflammatory kidney protection, vitamin C for tissue health, and fiber for gut support and phosphorus moderation. Most importantly, it keeps the total potassium load incredibly low, making it safe and highly suitable for almost all stages of kidney disease. There are no supplements, no prescriptions, and no complicated preparations required. If you want a liquid component, pairing this bowl with a small 4-ounce glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice is the closest thing to a genuinely research-backed, kidney-supportive bedtime routine available. To see how much of a difference this can make, let me tell you about a patient of mine named Carol. Carol is 72 years old and was managing stage 2 chronic kidney disease, alongside poor sleep and frequent UTIs. When we first reviewed her diet together, I noticed she had cut out almost all fruit from her life. It came from a reasonable but over-applied fear that fruit automatically meant dangerous potassium. What she had actually done was eliminate her body's primary source of natural antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and sleep-supportive nutrients right when she needed them most. We rebuilt her evening routine using the National Kidney Foundation's guidelines. We added tart cherries before bed for her sleep and blood pressure, blueberries and strawberries for antioxidant coverage, and unsweetened whole cranberries 3 times a week for UTI prevention support. Within 6 weeks, her sleep had noticeably improved. Her UTIs, which had been occurring almost monthly, hadn't recurred in over 2 months. Best of all, at her quarterly checkup, her kidney function markers remained perfectly stable. Carol told me the biggest surprise was how satisfying the routine became. It felt like something she was actively adding to her health rather than another thing being restricted. While every fruit on this list is generally classified as kidney-friendly, general rules are not individual rules. If you are at an advanced stage of chronic kidney disease, stage 4 or 5, or are on dialysis, your potassium and phosphorus limits are incredibly strict. Even low potassium fruits must be factored into your specific daily budget. Your kidney dietitian or nephrologist is the only person who can give you an individualized dietary prescription. If you haven't had your kidney function checked recently and you are over 60, request a basic metabolic panel (BMP) at your next doctor's appointment. This test tracks your creatinine, EGFR, and electrolytes like potassium, the core numbers you need to make truly informed choices. Here is your tonight action plan. Choose 1, 2, 3 of the fruits we discussed, like tart cherries, blueberries, or strawberries. Build a simple bedtime bowl to enjoy 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Introduce the other fruits one at a time over the next week to see how your body responds. If you're going to try this bedtime kidney bowl tonight, let me know in the comments which fruits you're starting with. Remember to subscribe for more research-backed health insights, and I'll see you in the next video.